G'day mate, and welcome to Cooking Characters. G'day and welcome to another episode of Cooking Characters. My name's Jax and today I'm going to teach you lot how to make a pumpkin pie. Now I do realise that a pumpkin pie may not be the most healthiest thing in the world to be teaching you how to make. When 9 out of the deadliest creatures on the planet live on the other side of that wall, my philosophy is live your life, be happy, and eat what you want before something else eats you. Let's get to it, eh? So the first thing we got right here is 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. Next, we got ourselves a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're just going to dump that right there on top and give it a mix. Get that salt mixed in there with that flour just right. Good on you, mate. Next, we got us 1 stick of just unsalted butter, or 1/2 cup, cubed of course. We're going to put that right there inside with the flour. Next step, what we're going to do, got our sleeves rolled up. We're going to put on some gloves and we are going to mix this until it's about the same kind of consistency of wet sand. Here we go. Now the purpose of this, get that butter mixed in there. Then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of water to make our dough for our pumpkin pie. Now, I like to sing a little bit while I do a little bit of cooking. Don't mind me. Oh, the bugger in me is a bugger in you, 'cause buggering's what I do. The bugger in me is a bugger in you, buggery-doo. There we go, looking nice. I'm going to get our hands down in there. Get that all squished around just like that. Can everybody see that just fine? As you can see, it's starting to form together, which is exactly what we need it to do. Yeah, that's looking nice. Looking like you're playing in wet sand. That's what it looks like. Nice. Very nice. Next, we're going to add our 3 tablespoons of water. Now, depending on how much flour you use, you may have to use just another tablespoon of water. Let's go ahead and pour that on there right like that. Let's get our spoon in here and start mixing that about. Start smushing that down. There we go. Now we can get in there. And as you can see, it's starting to take shape. Now it's starting to look like we got us a pie crust. Very nice. And if it's too wet, like too sticky, you can always add just a little bit more flour. This is exactly what I need to do with this bit right here. There we go. Yeah, this part here is real messy. There we go, looking nice right there. Oh, that's a beauty. Now we're starting to look like pie dough. Nice. Get all that in there like that. Very, very nice. Making a bit of a mess, I am, but that's all right. That's what happens when you're cooking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our dough right here on the chopping block. Grab the rest of that out of there. Waste not, want not. Just like Mum always says. Put that in there. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to take these here gloves off. And we're going to put some flour right here on the counter. Just like that. We're going to mix that all about. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our dough, put that right there in the middle. Start pressing it down on both sides. Right there where that flour is at. Then you want to take a good old-fashioned rolling pin. This is where the fun starts. And you just start rolling that bad boy out. See how easy this is? Now, folks, I drove a forklift for 20 years, and if I can figure this out, there's no excuse for the rest of you now. Here we go. Looking good. Looking good. we got us a bit of a pie crust going on here. Now, don't mind the puppy dog. He's hearing something outside. Probably a Tasmanian devil trying to get at him. Probably has bad memories from last night. That's why we don't let the little bugger outside. Here we go. Now, you want to roll this out into a nice big circle. Then you're going to take your pie pan. Put that upside down, right there on your dough. Now, most people tell you to cut right there along the edge of the pan, but I always cut just a little bit extra. Just make a big circle in the dough, all the way around. Nice. Very nice. Then what we're going to do is the part we don't need, we're just going to take that away. Just like that. I'm going to put that over there in the bowl. Then turn our pie pan over. Bring our dough up. Put that right there in the pan. And then just like pizza dough, you start moving it to the edge. So once you push it all the way to the edge, then you're just going to keep working the pie dough right up along the edge until it comes just over the lip of the pie pan. There we go. And then we're going to go all the way around the edge and kind of crimp that a little bit. Give it a little bit of a, I don't know, artistic flair. It's going to taste great either way. And there we go. There's our pie crust. Next, we're going to make the pie filling. So let me get all this bit cleaned up and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Now we're ready to make the pie filling. We got everything set up and I'm going to show you how easy this right here is. What we got here in the big bowl, 2 cups of pureed pumpkin. Next, we're going to add 1 whole can of evaporated milk. Just pour that in there right like that. Next, we're going to add 2 large eggs, beaten. Just pour that in there. Get all of that in there just like that. Nice and easy. Next ingredient, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Lovely. Just right in there just like that. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Pour all that in there. Nice. Now what I've got right here, this is what makes the pumpkin pie. So pay attention, will you? I've got a heaping 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 level 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and 1 level 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So just pour all that in there, sprinkle it across the top. Done and done, just like that. Next, we're going to mix it on high until everything's nice and combined. So here we go. You might want to take a break for this one. It gets a little bit noisy. Now that we got our pie filling all mixed up and ready to go, we're ready to add it to the pie crust. Real simple process right here. Just go ahead and start pouring. Look at that beauty right there. Going to use a rubber spatula here. Get every bit of that out. Again, waste not, want not. There we go. That's looking like a real beauty right there, let me tell you, mate. Finally, what we're going to do next is, as you see, I've got this on a tray with aluminum foil lined in it because sometimes I'm a bit clumsy and I'll make a bit of a mess checking on the pie. So what's going to happen next, we're going to put this in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you in the rest of the world, that's 204 degrees Celsius. Yes, I paid attention in science class. Just kidding, I did have to Google that one. So 1 hour in the oven at 400 degrees and we'll be right back as soon as it's done, mate.
1 hour later.
Welcome back, everybody. You'll have to excuse me, I've been a bit out of breath. Woo! I took the pie out of the oven, put it here on the cool down rack, and I realised I've got to step outside of the loo real quick. And while I was out there, I found a web spider winked at me with 4 of its 8 eyes, and chased me right back in the house. Anyhow, that's how life goes around here. So that's why I always say, eat what you like, because something out there is about to eat you. So we've taken our pie out of the oven. It cooked for 1 hour. Now to make sure it's done, what we're going to do is we're going to take a butter knife and go about 1 inch from the crust edge and stick your butter knife down in there. And if it comes out nice and clean, your pie is ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit here for 1 more hour and cool off. And while it does that, if you'll excuse me, I still got to go to the loo.
1 hour later.
Oh, crikey. That little bugger out there, he's out for blood, let me tell you. I didn't think I was going to get to finish. We'll just clean that off later. It's got a little spider guts on it. But that's how it goes here in the outback. Now, no, I wasn't out there for an hour. I did go to the loo, but then he decided to chase me about for a while. Now, for those of you, I could serve this up on a nice saucer and put out a nice little cup of tea, Earl Grey hot. But I'm not going to do that because we're not trying to impress anybody. We're just teaching you how to make a pumpkin pie. So, for those of you who are Mad Hatter fans, spoon. Let's get in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bite right out of the edge here. Oh, that crust is so flaky right there. Oh, it's beautiful. That crust is a nice golden brown. Sometimes if your pie is sitting in there and the crust starts getting too dark, you can take a piece of aluminum foil and make like a little tent over it so it doesn't get overcooked. But this right here didn't turn out just right, mate. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. There you go, love. That's how your pumpkin pie turns out nice. Nice consistency. The crust is so flaky. All right. Just had a funnel web spider try to crawl up my bum, so I'm going to give this a once over, right? Buggeration, mate. That right there was worth the chase outside while I was going to the loo. That is a delicious pumpkin pie. So give this one a shot and let us know what you think about it in the comments. And if you like what we're doing here on this show on Cooking Characters, be sure to hit that subscribe and the like button. And we'll see you lot next time. Cheers! Thank you for watching Cooking Characters, mate. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.